Here we go. We reached at acceleration. It's fantastic time. So we are going to one, revising it, two, thinking deeply, three, solving problems, four, it's very important for future physics topic. Therefore, we are happy today to discuss on about acceleration. Acceleration, speed and velocity only deal with the moment at constant rate. When we speed up, slow down or change direction, we want to know our acceleration. Acceleration is a vector quantity that measures the rate of change of velocity vector with time. That means average acceleration is equal to change in velocity over time elapsed, which is equal to change in v over change in time. Applying the concept of speed, velocity, and acceleration. With these three definitions under our belt, let's apply them to a little story of a Jinka High School student called Noy. The school was 10 miles due east from his home because he is particularly concerned with sleeping as much as possible before the test. He practices to run the day before, so he knows exactly how long it will take and how early he must get up. This is the XY axis. And this is, it shows by the graph the home 30 meter, 10 meter, 10 miles, 30, 40, the home, ETS. So it shows like this. The instantaneous velocity after starting his car, he zeroes his odometer so that he can record the exact distance to the test center. Throughout the run, Noah is continuous of his speed, which is measured by his speedometer. At first, he is carefully to run at exactly 30 miles per hour, as advised by the signs along the road. Chuckling to himself, he notes that his instantaneous velocity, a vector quantity, is 30 miles per hour due east. Average acceleration. Along the way, Nawai sees a new speed limit sign of 40 miles per hour, so he accelerates, noting with his trusty wristwatch that it takes his 2 seconds to change from 30 miles per hour due east to 40 miles per hour due east. Nawai calculates his average acceleration during this time frame. So average acceleration is equal to, let's use the above formula, 40 miles per hour minus 30 miles per hour divided by 2 seconds. That means 10 miles per hour divided by 2 seconds multiplied by 3600 seconds divided by 1 hour, which is equal to 18,000 miles per hour square east. This might seem like an outrageously large number, but in terms of meters per second squared, the standard unit for measuring acceleration, it comes out to 0.22 meter per second square. When we change it, you can convert using the above unit concepts, okay? Average velocity, one way. After reaching the old evergreen compound, now I notice that the test center is exactly 10 miles from his home and that it looks he's precisely 16 minutes to travel between the two locations. he does quickly calculation to determine his average velocity during the trip. Average velocity is equals to 10 miles per 60 minutes multiplied by 60 minutes divided by 1 hour, which is equal to 37.5 miles per hour due. Average speed and velocity return journey. Satisfied with his little exercise, Noah turns the car around to see if he can beat his 60-minute time. Successful, he arrives home without a speeding ticket in 15 minutes. Noah calculated his average speed for the entire journey to JCHS and back home. Average speed is equal to 20 miles divided by 60 minutes plus 15 minutes multiplied by 60 minutes divided by 1 hour, which is equal to 38.7 miles per hour. Look at the difference, okay? In this, is this the same as his average velocity? Now he reminds himself that though his odometer reads 20 miles, his net displacement and consequently his average velocity over the entire length of trip is 0. I am not going to get his with and tricky questions like that. We'll see next time about kinematics with graphs. Until that time, don't forget to subscribe in YouTube and TikTok channels. Have a nice weekend.